Hey everybody, Skya here with my Let's Play of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. In the last episode, Ike got his promotion from Ranger to Lord, and so now his outfit is as blue as his hair. In addition to that, he became leader of the Crimean Liberation Army. And we started our first march on Dayan to go straight for the Dayan forces and take them out where they're living, I guess, in order to help Alencia reclaim her throne. Along the way, we got Janeth, Olki, Raisin, and Tanith all into our party, and we got to have a good showdown with Shinon, where his skills aren't quite nearly as good as he thinks they are. So, in this chapter, well, let's just see what's coming up next. Take us away, me, Mr. Narrator. Princess Alencia's newly formed Crimean army, with Ike as its commander, marches to Tor Garen and claims its first victory. Tor Garen is a vast wall guarding Dayan's border. Manned by battalions of well-trained soldiers, it was long thought impenetrable. Yet the strength of the Crimean army under General Ike's leadership far outstrips Dayan's expectations, and Tor Garen falls. The guy kept blabbing on about, oh, here's the true might of the Dayan army, and yeah, they didn't really do much. Learning of Gallia's increasing interest in the war, Ike wastes no time ordering his troops further into the heart of Dayan. The gears of history which had come to a halt with the fall of Crimea slowly creak to life once more. In Chapter 19, Entrusted. The Dayan border. It's very cold up here. I commend that warrior. Naysala, King Naysala of Kilvas, I would speak with you now. If it isn't General Petrine, what brings you up to these frosty mountain peaks? No time for pleasantries. Is it true? Has Crimea's army breached Tor Garen? Though I am loath to report it, and this appears to be the case. Bah, Kaiichi, you worthless dog! Being defeated by that girl's motley band just proves how useless he was. Surely it's not the General's fault alone. He was told that Crimea's army was weak and that Tor Garen was impregnable. And yet he was defeated. I'd say that someone severely underestimated our enemy, wouldn't you? I mean, it's not really like Crimea's army that's coming at them, it's Benyan's. Benyan is huge? What was that? Did you dare to insult Dayan, Crow? Men have forfeited their lives for less. Insult Dayan? Never! Come now, General Petrine, I'm merely stating the facts. Regardless of the previous battle's outcome, Crimea's army will be stopped here. I'll be taking the field myself. Sounds like you've set the stage for a grand performance. General Petrine, Kilvas will always stand at Dayan's side. As long as we receive payment, of course. If gold is all it takes, then may our friendship never end. See to it that your performance warrants such consideration. Homasa, come here. Well, hello there, Stefan's cousin, I guess. Got another green-haired swordmaster here. Yes. Work with King Kilvas and put a stop to Crimea's army. No screw-ups. Or else, leave it to me, General. Will not suffer another failure, King Kilvas. You must finish them, and do so quickly. Are we clear? I'm sick to death of being made a fool by that Crimean floozy and her pathetic band of sellswords. And the remaining portion of my fee? Don't worry, we have it ready. You'll get paid when the job is done. As long as we're clear on that point, everything's settled. Well then, I'm off. Now, the pathetic sellswords did a number on you last time you fought, so I don't know if you're in a position to complain. Dog's breath, even by half-breed standards, these crows are complete scum. Give that one even the smallest opening and he'll steal the eyes from your skull. What an untrustworthy wretch. He's standing right there. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle. And yep, Volk somehow ended up the MVP. Well, that's something I never thought I'd see. And we got a large number of people into our party. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. By your leave, I will excuse myself. All right. So here we are in the base camp. Let's see. Anyone have new supports for me? Yeah, we finally have Lith and Morum. And that's about it. So let's go check out the cats. Felines, rather. Morm. Hello, Leth. How are you holding up? I take it you've never fought in an army like this before. Yes, that's right. Sometimes I get confused. I'm not used to this way of fighting. Ask me if you have any questions. I know a lot about battle. I commanded a unit back in Gallia. Must be a fierce fighter and great leader. Is it common for females to command armies? In Gallia, it doesn't matter what your sex is. You just have to be the best. Well, that sounds fair to me. Your life may not be so fair. You said you used to be a slave in Benyan. You'll never know the horror. You've lived with Lagu's pride in your heart, under the protection of the great King Gallia. You do not know. Yeah, Morim probably had it rough, but yeah, I guess the people of Gallia are pretty open-minded, and Leth is kind of a badass there. I mean, I already know that. Just been putting in work non-stop. Man, we'll go check out some more info here. Got Ulki. Excuse me, do you have a moment? No, General Lake. What is it? It's nothing really. I just thought I'd say hello. That's considerate. Your king is generous, isn't he? It's not just Raisin I'm talking about. He left us his 2 retainers as well. How do we pertain to the king's generosity? I guess it's because Raisin kept apologizing. I just thought, am I misinterpreting something? I don't know. But I know that the king can survive without our help. Is that true? Well, that's pretty amazing. I've been given the title of Lord, but I still can't run this army on my own. But you sure could fight the rest of the Daeans on your own. Titania and Soren handle all the little details, and that's what keeps us from collapsing into chaos. Our king does nothing special. Everyone just does what's needed. There is no chaos. He's really trusted, isn't he? That's natural. In Lagu society, the strongest become king. Unlike the Bjork, kingship is not tied to blood, so we have no weak kings. Sorry, perhaps that was improper. No, I agree with you. Choosing a ruler by strength instead of birth makes much more sense. When we face Benyan's troops, we target the units with weak leadership and eliminate them first. Bjork weapons can be very powerful, not everyone wields them well. Since Bjork also choose generals by bloodlines, their competency is uneven, and this is a weakness of Bjork armies. As for you, General Like, the time to prove yourself is approaching. It's true. No matter how strong the individuals are, that strength is worse than their weak as a unit. Army's power comes from leadership and management. That's good to remember. Thanks. Ike, you are the main character, so if you go down, the entire army just collapses around you. Janeth. I'll take on any number of enemies. This snow is another story. I think my beautiful wings are icing over. That sounds like trouble. Are you going to be able to fly? Yes, of course I can fly. These wings aren't for looks, you know. They're made of flesh and blood and feathers. I feel like I'm some animal that has to hibernate when winter rolls in. Sheesh! You can tell the Bjork the difference between comic exaggeration and serious conversation? I was supposed to laugh, was I? Sorry about that. Oh my, such sincerity. This is unexpected. Looks like someone taught you manners. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what are our chances for victory? We're still at an extreme disadvantage. What? That's not the answer I wanted. You gotta do better than that, Bjork General. I'm here. If we lose, how am I ever gonna show my face in Phoenicis again? We're at a disadvantage, but I don't intend to lose. Ike does not pick battles that he cannot win, after all. There's a man in Daein that I need to find, and I will be the last thing that he sees. Ah, well said. Wish you could repeat that to today's younger generation. There's some weaklings back home that I don't even want to call hawks. I'd love to stick them back in their eggs and start over from scratch. You hatch from eggs? Huh? I was speaking figuratively, you know, like a metaphor. We've been hatched from eggs for many generations now. Silly Bjork. Alright, I'm out of here. I gotta warm up the old wings before battle, or who knows what might happen. I figured that Ed thing was a joke, but I had no idea it never really happened. Bird tribes. Go figure. Well, I need to know that the Lagoos also go through their own period of evolution, I guess, if they've evolved from being egg hatched. Alright, well, our, I guess, deuteragonist for the entirety of this thing, because this is like her third conversation, Jill. Bye. See you later. Yep. Oh, missed. Watch your step. It's slippery. Oh! Missed! Ow, I landed right on my butt. This snow's cold. Be careful. Alrighty. Hey, watch, Jill. I'm gonna make a snow angel. Whee! Must be nice to be so cheerful. Jill! Who's there? It's me. Captain Har, but this is an enemy camp. I've been trying to track you down ever since you disappeared at Toha. I figured you were off chasing after the Crimeans. Never imagined that you would join up with them. At first, it was just circumstance, but But now it's different. Now I'm with them because I want to be. Spending time with them and coming into contact with Lagoos has shown me what a fool I've been. Lagoos? I never thought I'd hear that word from someone who once said subhuman with such absolute hatred. Sounds like you've had a good experience with this happy little band. I knew that if anyone would understand, it'd be you, Captain. So you're forming your own set of values for the first time. That's good. It's very, very good. What are you planning to do now? If you keep moving forward, you're gonna have to face General Shihiram before long. Causing trouble for my father was never my intent. However, as a member of this army, I will face him with my shoulders straight and my head held high. So you're determined to see this through? I am. So be it. There's nothing left to be said. Farewell. The next time we meet, it will be enemies. Prepare yourself and get some rest. You know how important it is. Oh. Can I talk to you? A few minutes ago, a man I've never seen before showed up and spoke to Jill. I wasn't sure what was going on, so I went and found you. What should we do? Whatever they're talking about looks serious. Jill's trained in the Dayan army. Fighting against her countrymen will be tough, no matter how prepared she thinks she is. I don't care what happens. You can't let her fight against her own father. All right, Ike? Might not be a bad idea to keep her at the base camp just while we're in Dayan. That's a little foreshadowing there. But, yeah, I mean, it seems that even amongst the Dayan troops, Har there seems pretty open-minded, since he doesn't seem to care about the whole Lagoos subhuman thing. And, to know that, you know, I guess Jill's got someone in her corner, even if, they're on the opposite side right now. So, as always, we're just gonna look into bonus EXPing some people. Get Neffany the last trickle that she needs to level up. Let's see what she gets. Strength, skill, speed, luck. Hot doogity. Alright. Get Ileana the last bit she needs. Get to level 20. And we get skill, speed, luck, res. Awesome. Then anyone else immediately in need? No. Oh, yeah, Volk. Probably just max out Volk right now. Volk gets 2 HP, strength, skill, and speed. Almost capped in both. Awesome. And we'll just cap you out for real now. Let's see what you end with. Strength and speed. Capped out speed and 17 strength is actually pretty awesome. Way to go, Volk. You can see we have Sheen on here. He's got an S rank in bows. I guess he's got that going for him. We'll just compare the two real quick. She's only got 1 level on him, and oh my god, it is not looking good for you. Yeah, that's probably it for people that I want to give bonus EXP to. So, for now, as always, I'm going to cut out the prep screen, or not prep screen, but like item preparations, and I'll be right back afterwards. So, not much needed to do for reorganizing people. I pretty much got everything we needed already. Gave me the Armor Slayer. About it for changes. And I finally decided to break the bank on a tome for Ileana, because she's not got her tome yet. Everyone needs a weapon eventually for themselves, right? So, here we got her the Hunter. Oops, that's Shade. There we go. Comes with a 9 might, 14 crit rate. It's pretty good. Much better than the Elf Thunder. Much, weighs much less. So, yeah. That's pretty good for her. And she's also kept on res. That's pretty dope. And that's about it. So we'll just go and save as always, and then go see what lies ahead. Back here on the Dayan border. Everyone charging in. Rolf thinks he's on the team. So, General, there looks to be a lot of enemy soldiers ahead. Mostly Dayan, but there are some crows from Kilvas as well. More than our last fight. Yeah, there's a lot, but the most troubling thing is that King Kilvas is with them. The Crow King himself is cooperating with Dayan? Yep, and compared to the other crows, that king is in a class by himself. Obviously he's no match for our king, but... Anyway, you should move carefully. Entire unit under the command of King Kilvas. I think that bodes ill for us. The outcome of the battle hinges on how we deal with them. Kilvas soldiers, As fellow bird tribe Lagoos, what can you tell us about them? Please don't lump us together with those carrion birds. We're not partial to the crows. It seems still some bad blood after what happened last time. As you know, we are outnumbered. As you know, we are outmanned by Daean troops. Is there any way to get the Ravens to withdraw? That would be a tremendous help. Well, suppose I could go meet with King Kilvas. If I had to. I don't think that my speaking to him is going to make a difference, though. If you like, we will try, but don't expect anything to come of it. No matter the circumstance, I will never speak again to a crow. Grudge runs deep, but I guess that was also, I don't know, like a month ago? Not that long. No matter what we decide, sitting here like this, giving the enemy more time to prepare. You're right. Come on, let's get moving. All right, so for this map, we are going to, let's see, we'll take out Volk and Rolf, add in Janeth as the prep would have you figure out, and also add Kieran. Oh, as always, I forgot another part of prep. Actually, do you even have A-bows? No, I don't think you do. So I don't even think you can wield this. He doesn't even have it on him. That's hilarious. He comes with a brave bow, but he doesn't have it on him right now, so he's kind of useless. We will not be using Shion or Rolf, as expected. So here we go. We have a defeat boss map. The boss here is our green-haired swordmaster, who's right here, Homasa. He is pretty terrifying, honestly. Like, his stats aren't crazy, but he's got 23 base crit rate. He's got the Sonic Sword and Silver Sword, and like very balanced like offensive stats. So he can hit both defense and res pretty equally, and his 20 speed is nothing to scoff at. In addition to the fact that he is adept and 16 skill, so it's basically like that one Berserker we fought, where it's like, well, on paper, this should probably be simple enough, but there's so much dice rolling going on that if you're not careful, he'll just ruin your day. In addition, we have, as expected, King Kilvas Nesala himself here. He also has the Lagoos band. He's also got a coin on him. And yeah, you do not want to mess with this guy. His stats might be a little worse than Tabarn's, outside of speed, I think, but he is still a force to be reckoned with. And then we just got a bunch of other stuff. We have Ballista here, which we can see increases their range dramatically. I have to go back to the map. Yeah. And so these Ballista will fire, they have 5 shots in them, and can only be used when an archer is standing on them. But when they're used, they will fire anything within this range. So your flyers, outside of people with full guard, are in great danger. Also have a bonus objective here, to not kill any of the crows. As you see, or as was hinted at, Janeth and Ulki, they can go talk to Nesala, and our goal here is not to engage in direct combat with him, and I guess not to annoy him by killing his troops. So we're going to want to try and do that. I want to keep clear of these guys, especially because they're, well, this guy's going to transform immediately, but outside of that, yeah, we should just keep clear of the crows as best we can. And I should also move, reposition. I should also move you here, move you back, move Mia up a little, and move Ilyana where Astrid is. All right, that should be good enough. All right, let's go and start this fight. Oh, hello there. Sir, the Crimean army has arrived. They hope they are prepared to pass into oblivion. This will be their final resting place. Yeesh. Crimean stragglers joined with an army on loan from Benya. I've even heard they have a betrayer in their midst, and yet they still march on. What a non-group, but as long as Kilvas stands at the side of Dan, they have no future. I suppose they're just unlucky. It appears the enemy has spotted us. Well, a group this large is hard to miss. How will you proceed? No tricks, nothing fancy. We'll hit them from the front, fast and hard. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but if you don't do something about Kilvas, you're at a disadvantage. Yes, I've heard about the ravens, but even so, it's not as if we can turn tail and run away. Now to think about it, King Kilvas and Prince Raisin used to be close friends. Did you ask him to speak to the king? He was most emphatic in his refusal. It seems that Naysala was responsible for Raisin's capture at the hands of Duke Tanis. Can't really blame them. And the Hawks? They too are the bird tribes. Surely some connection can be found there. They weren't very excited about the suggestion. To command them to do it. There's an antagonism between the tribes that we don't understand. I'd rather not force the issue. Trying to coerce them into it would be unfair. I'll let them do as they please. That is so very like you. However, giving orders that are unpopular is often necessary when one is in command, and maybe so. But I can only do things in the best I know how, my own way. Come, it's time to go. Well, later, Nasir. I'm glad you just popped in to say that. I also don't know why that was given. That conversation to us was given after the prep screen. Like, by the way, if you didn't bring Raisin and Janna for Ulki, you should reset. Basically, the message I got there. This guy's a killer axe too. Ooh, yeesh. How much might does this thing have? Can't check that immediately. And that's with the iron bow, so can't really see how strong it is, but we don't want Janeth to be in range of that. We don't want Raisin to be in range of it for a completely different reason. Alright, let's move Astrid up. And we'll just have her take care of this, this archer right from the get-go. I assume. I think she can make that. I think she can make it just fine. Probably have to kill this guy first. So, nope. Can't move with Janeth. Alright. I guess we're gonna have to do this a little low and slow. So, bring in Astrid. Can you use the Estreel bow to kill him? Perfect kill. Let's go. I'd rather not deal with this killer axe guy in direct confrontation. So, get the kill, get the level. Let's see what you got, Astrid. Skill, luck, and HP. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, we lose a bow, and we get an axe. So, unfortunately, C rank, so she can't use it just yet. Or, like, ever. Because that's just how bad weapon ranks can be sometimes. Alright. I want to move everyone up slowly now. Don't want to get anybody who we don't want to fight in too much trouble. But this first turn is... Actually, I should check the mountaintops. Alright. Yeah. They're all fine. I don't need to shove Raisin out of the way yet. We're going to want to have Jill and maybe Janeth get up there. See if they can't deal with this guy next turn. Janeth by himself, I think, is totally fine while he's transformed. Move Mist in now. Hopefully this crow over here doesn't want to just engage us immediately. But it could be a little tricky. Everyone's so far away. Yeah, there's no point in doing that. We can just move further. And there we go. Let's see what they got now. Alright, we got the crows transforming. This guy transforms. Got a bunch of them. And they're all going to pile on Astrid, which is fine. Kind of wish I could get to her to give her the axe, but that's whatever. Oh, those do absolutely no damage. I can also probably have Astrid tank the crows if they engage on us. Because she has a bow. It doesn't need to fight. I can just have anyone tank it, really. Just unequip them outside of the lagoons. Okay. Well, I guess we're not saving all the we're not saving all the ravens, especially if I crits with an Aether. Yikes. Well, I tried. Alright. I need the longsword equipped too. How much damage is that? 26? How much defense do you guys have normally? 9. So I'm gonna guess it's around like 11 or 12 when they're transformed. They had absolutely no chance, and they're so slow too. They saw it. They were like, army is actually just all you. All right, let's see here. There's that. Jill, can you make it up to him? No, you can't. Janeth, what are you like? 20 speed, 19 strength. What's this guy like? 11 speed. Okay. 26 damage. I'm not going to bother doing the full math. Let's see. If I get Janeth here. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's gonna be really tight. I'm gonna have to play this a little smarter. All right, I don't think I can go get the get him just now. Doubt the ballista even scales. You took 5 damage. How much defense do you have? 12. That's 17 damage. Raisin, you have 2 defense, so you should live just fine. So we're gonna move everyone in here now. Bring Ike up to bat. Yeah, they don't do any damage to him. Get Jill in the action. I should also check Nasala's attack range is like, just in case he engages on us. Alright, that is pretty scary. I'm gonna have to move Astrid in here and just whack. Of course, she's, you know, one off from one-shotting him, but what else is new? Alright, next we can have Leth deal with the sniper. What's your movement like? Okay, yeah, you can hit Astrid just fine. I'm gonna try and save this crow, just because. So we can just, there we go. Give her the bow back, so she'll be just fine to tank people. Mia, you don't deal enough damage, but you did get the dodge, and you got the crit. Awesome. That's pretty huge. I don't need this guy's range anymore. Alright, sick. Move Jill in, strike. Doesn't do enough damage, sadly. Or she does. Wow, way to go. That's a great crit. Oh, we got a Laguz bow too. Awesome. It's not really useful for us right now. Our army is. This is not the best map for our infantry. They are not moving at a good enough pace right now. But we'll just move Janeth up. Let's see where Raisin gets to. There we go. We can move Ileana just a little bit more forward. Move Janeth all the way up here. And then have Mist top off Astrid and then turn that way. Just running out of physics staffs. I mean, I have a second one, but yeah. Good to keep in mind. Alright, so hopefully the bird attacks first. The second one. Alright, well, the birds are just going to get themselves killed. There's not much I can do about that. Alright, Leth, you're totally fine. There's no one who is even remotely a threat to you. Ooh, that hurt a lot. And it's to be expected, but I'd rather it not. Alright. Here the ravens come. Unfortunately. Yeah, Jill doesn't have the Lagoose Guard anymore either, so... Gonna have to figure out who... Oh, wow, these Ravens aren't fast enough to... or rather, they are fast enough to not be doubled by a left. That's surprising. Alright, let's see what we got here. Still have to get to this guy somehow. Still have to get within range of Naysala without having everything fall apart on us. Alright. If I move Janif in there, though, I feel like he's just going to, like, just die instantly. Yeah, okay, so we kind of have to get around these guys. Alright, sorry, Mr. Crow, but you're gonna have to die. Geel should deal with this guy just fine. Awesome. I don't know where to move with you, so I'm just gonna move you right. I guess I'll move you like in a more forward position. Just can't get to this guy. He's in such an awkward place. Move Ike up. Geel Sword should be fine. Gets the Aether, so instant one shot, no issue. Not even worth this time for experience. Yeah, with the Hunter. Might as well try it out. Unfortunate. Go and devour him more. Only one healer. Well, I can just do the smart thing and move Janif out of the range of death. It's surprising as that would be. Yeah, how do you do? You're still lagging behind on damage. All right, I mean, you get the dodge fine. You didn't get the crit this time, but that's fine. Soren, Stephanie, shove Soren up. Let's give him the ability to actually get this kill. Awesome. Adept never fails. Alright, move Janif out of the way here. Just have him heal up with the vulneraries that he doesn't have. Right, now we have him heal. Nope. Do not unequip your beak. Sounds incredibly painful. And then we can have Kieran maybe get the kill here. No. No, you missed an 80. How typical. Oh, that's not who I wanted to chant. Oh well. I guess Leth is going to get the kill now. Alright, Astrid. No, Leth, move over. The kill here. And finally we have Mist and Astrid to go. Mist, get another physic heal off. Keep gaining that sweet experience. And move Astrid up here. I could actually just give Janif a full guard. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes. There's another ballista guy up there. Oh, here comes Naysala. Awesome. I'm glad you're coming to us. Nephi is not fast enough. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna have Jill trade with Janif and give him the full guard. And then, I guess just wait. And then Janif with the full guard. Just equip that. And talk to King Kilvas. You. King Kilvas, you egg-stealing snake. On Tavarn's flocks, eh? You are his eyes, if I'm not mistaken. It's not enough that you sold the White Prince to humans. Now you're fighting against Lagoos? You Hawks rescued Raisin, didn't you? So everything worked out in the end. What's the problem? I'd like you to repeat those words to the prince's face. Raisin is here? Here? Why? He supports the Crimean army. Bjork leading this army helped him to escape Serenus Forest. Helped him? Are you saying a human came to the aid of Raisin? A Lagoos? Yeah, and he rescued Princess Leanne too. She's alive, by the way. Leanne is alive? Don't play the fool. You know the life of the forest's return. That was their power at work. I see. Inside the forest. Of course. Listen up, Crow. You need to fly over there and talk to the prince. You don't do it, I'm gonna know that you really are the enemy and report that back to King Tabarn. Think it over. Yes, what to do? Alright, well this is bad. How do I salvage this now? Alright, Raisin. Your turn. It's your turn. Hopefully this just doesn't get him killed. It's 100% going to. I'm 100% about to restart here. He's just one square off. Oh no, okay. He doesn't have to talk to him. Amazing. Outstanding. So, I guess we'll just go and these guys in here now. Let's just switch Astrid back to her axe. This guy up here, he's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, move Astrid over there, get her on axe. Move Nephany away. Move you up actually first. Then move Nephany up here. And I'll just wait here. I could do some more leveling there, get the experience, but I forgot. All right, anyone in desperate need of healing? Nephany could use a heal. I don't know if I'd say desperate, but yeah, let's give her the little mend. And move away. And then move Flip up. And move Mia a little up into offensive position. And let's see what the enemy does. Alright. Ooh. Ow. This guy's going after Janeth. Guys also going after Janeth. They have a lot of ranged weapons. That's unfortunate. Guy's gonna shoot Astrid, which is fine. Can't get hit anyway. And here he comes talking to Raisin. Raisin! Hey, Raisin, look at you. You look sharp, kid. Go away. Ah, so you can talk. You. How dare you show your face to me? Well, I have been called brazen before. Some have gone so far as to say shameless. Come on, at least let me give you a reason. Be gone. My ears are closed to you. Raisin, we're friends, are we not? Oh, yes, friends. In fact, we're such good friends that you sold me to that foul, bloated man. I didn't really sell you. Besides, I planned on rescuing you right away. You're just impatient and flew away on your own. So, you blaming me? But no. Well, maybe. I mean, okay. It was I who was in the wrong, on all accounts. No one was hurt in the end. Come on, smooth those ruffled feathers, all right? Leanne is alive. Yeah, Tabarn's attendant told me. That's wonderful news. When he sees her face, I'm sure King Larazier will begin to feel better at once. Things are really looking up, aren't they, Raisin? I suppose that if you hadn't deceived me and taken me to the forest, you might not have discovered her. So I will forgive you, just this once. Raisin, oh, that's with conditions. Will you accept them? What are they? Pull your troops from this battle, now, and never again enter into combat against your fellow Lagoos. Oh, come now, Raisin. That's asking too. What will you do then? Will you continue to fight the Crimean army to which I'm in service? Very well, you win, Raisin. I'll leave you and take my soldiers with me. However, I cannot say what the future will bring. I have the fate of my nation to consider after all. Very well. So, we're friends again? Come to Kilvas for a visit, will you? Elichi will be so pleased. I'll do that. When this war is over, Leanne and I will both come. Oh, and as for Tabarn, I'll speak with him. There's no need for you to worry. Whew, thank you. Farewell, and watch yourself. This is war, you know. Listen to me, my dark wings. We of Kilvas are leaving. Turn at once and head for home. And so now, being green units, the Dain army has decided that they no longer deserve to live. And they're out. They're all just kind of peacing out now. Going to the far corners of the map, and now we don't really have anything to deal with them. So yeah, all is well that ends well for the birds, I guess. And we got Raisin in his heron form now, which means he's super susceptible to dying from these ballista. Yeah, you are nowhere near able to get that. All right, so now our mission has become to defeat the boss as fast as possible, because I feel like if we don't, someone is going to get hit by these Wyvern Riders, and it's not going to be a good time. So I'm gonna move everyone. Let's see, where do you end up, Raisin? You end up like right here, right at the end of that rage. So I'll have Ike move up. Unfortunately for Ileana, she doesn't get there. But I do want her to be a part of this. So I'm gonna move actually, can Soren shove her? You can. Wow, way to go, Soren. You have enough constitution to shove this girl out of the way. Alright. Let's see. I don't want to get the kill with Astrid. But she could definitely soften him up. You don't get close enough. So I guess I can't shove you with him, right? Yeah, or her. But I can shove you like that, and then bring you up there. And then finally have Leth get up there, and now we can just go and sing to our heart's content. Just chant, get everyone up and ready to go. And here we go. Him having the Sonic Sword means that he can attack from a range. So that's something to be mindful of, but let's just go at him. My sword is light. Do you think you can follow its dance? It's actually wind. You're just lying to me. He is fast enough that Astrid does not double him, which is worth noting. Let's see. How do these fights go? Wow, you are so good against him. Stephanie, how do you end up? Dead. Decisively dead. Like, not bad, but a little disconcerting. So we'll move Ileana up, have her hit with the Hunter. There we go. Our sword, our lightning is like lightning. All right, she neither got crit nor adepted twice. Way to go, Ileana. All right, we can get the kill there. And Ike, how do you do? You just need 10 damage. How's a Regal Sword? 100%. Okay, cool. We can end this map now. And just get some last-minute experience for everyone. Just bonk him a bunch. Poke this guy's knee out. Yeah, like that. Easy pickings. And he falls to the ground, and we're good. Still just so close, but so far. I guess we'll heal up Soren for a last bit of experience for what's her face missed. Jill can toss a javelin at this guy. Some nice chip experience. Oh, we got a class change. Well, what do you know? Turns out this was well worth it. So So now we have Jill digivolve into a drumroll. Someone with a sharper helmet, I guess. Goes from a level 21 Wyvern Rider to a level 1 Wyvern Lord. And look at all that power she's got. 15 defense and 15 speed. Doing good, Jill. Fight one Wyvern Lord, become a Wyvern Lord yourself. How poetic. How do you do? Do you kill this guy? You kill this guy just fine, Jeff. I think this will probably give you more experience than attacking the Wyvern Lord. I guess Ulki was talking about this map where we are in not a great position for our units to live, but we just kill your commander, and they all fall apart. Now Homasa here is actually like kind of competent, at least as a fighter, but he can't beat Ike. So let's go and let's turn on the animations for this sword duel. Options on. Go for it, Ike. Bring him down. Your fighting style is unique. It is rough and awkward, yet terribly strong. Who is your teacher? My father. Really? Then we are the same. My father taught me to wield a sword as well. Neither of us can afford to lose. Who is this guy? Oh, I was hoping that would happen. Yeah, Ike showed him the culmination of both Grail and Stefan's teachings right there. But like, it's like they thought up of so much for this guy. Like this random one-off edgelord swordmaster. Are you, Homasa? The shame. The world will never know. With that, Ike gets another level. Let's see what this guy's got cooking. Magic, skill, and speed. Wow, you are you a mage, Ike? Do you want the Sonic Sword? Normally you give that to like Mist, but who knows? Maybe you have like twice as much magic as Mist has strength. We won, somehow. It's because you did an excellent job of driving off the Ravens. Yeah, if we had continued to fight them, we would have suffered more casualties than this. Must extend thanks to Raisin. My Lord Ike, I'm pleased to see you well. You haven't been injured, have you? Princess Silencia, I'm fine. I'm unharmed. Oh, that's good. Ike, may I have a word? If you don't mind, Princess Silencia, would you join as well? Please join me in that building. What could it be? Let's go see. This is... Holy... Whoa. Incredible, no? It's gold. All of it. Dan must be filthy rich. There's so much it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it? It's the spoils of war, so naturally it's ours. In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be alright? It's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing? It's a private matter. I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry. My Lord Ike, please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I haven't had the resources to adequately pay them, so please. No, if I may borrow the 50,000, that'll be more than... You won't borrow it, you'll accept it, and in good faith. You are the commander, really. The distribution of wealth is kind of your thing. Guess you could fork it over to Soren and Titania for logistics, but at the end of the day, the remainder will give to Soren for company maintenance. Would that be alright, Princess Silencia? Yes, of course. I wonder what Ike could want 50,000 gold for, though. General Petrine. Please, General, I'm just a messenger. However, I have to tell you, I already heard you dunderhead. I hated those filthy crows from right from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion. Someone will pay for this. Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, King Kilvas? But if you want to make an enemy of Dain, then so be it. Once Gallia's fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Are you still there? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you? No, ma'am. No, never. Not at all. I beg your pardon. Sorry. I'll be, going now. Dog's breath. I need something brilliant planned. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. Hey, you dunderhead. Oh, well, Here's Volk. Haven't seen him in a while. In story. You wanted to see me? You've waited a long time. Take this. It's the gold you were promised. Finally scraped it together, eh? I'll gladly accept it. Are you gonna count it? There's no need. I'll trust you. Alright then. Then I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father. There isn't one. What? There is no report. Never was. You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more about my father? There is something I must tell you. However, it could not be written down. It's too great a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself. Mature? That was what the 50,000 gold was for? Ah, the gold. That was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were. Get started. I want to hear it all. I guess his resource was looting the Dayan army. I've spent a long time as Grail's hired shadowed. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I need to fill my contract. All that time for one job. But was it? If Grail were to ever go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. What? Actually, there was one other thing. If Grail were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father? Because of Laurent's medallion. Well, there's that coming again. What medallion? What are you talking about? The medallion your sister carries. Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more? Grail told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. What I discovered surprised me. Tell me. Laurent was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Racer, carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god, imprisoned therein. An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm not, and I have no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Grail's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they won and what they plan to do with it, just thinking about it gives me chills. Finding all of this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? And why would my father allow Mist to carry it around? It doesn't make any sense. It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it? Well, no, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone, and I never reached for it again. Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Her mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Grail touched it only once, and it drove him to complete madness. So that's what you mean when you said he went berserk? That's right. The Orc and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is a proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Ooh, wow. Father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him, 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him friend. He slew them one by one until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. Ugh. Ouch. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from him, his hand, and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street. My father killed my mother? No, that can't be. Same way that the Black Knight killed him, too. It's the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me? You? If either of us touched it, I'm certain that we both would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he had tracked me down. It seems he'd heard rumors of me some time before. He said he needed someone like me. Closed-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Grail was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Dayan's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. You took the job anyway. Why'd you change your mind? Grail lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield a sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. Well, this explains why Grail refused to use a sword against the Black Knight, too. This is Grail's secret, as I know it. I now entrust to you the responsibility of seeing that medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much, much sooner than he ever expected to be. So my father's dying wish for me was to protect the medallion? If I can do that, everything will be alright? I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedent over anything else. I understand. Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me in the event that you go berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? I mean, I've already hired him once before. Might as well keep on hiring him. Seems reliable. Please. It's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh? And here we go. Donning heavier clothing, scarf, and a mask, we've understood that Volk's true identity is in fact an assassin. And oh my god, look at those stats now. His stats are so good. It's a shame his weapon is so bad. I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty. There we go. Father, mother, no, why? So, getting Naysala out of the thick of things and repairing the, trust between the bird tribes, getting Volk to promote into an assassin, and also learning about our father, Grail, or Gawain, as he was once called, and the rampage he went on. Ike sure has a lot to think about and a lot to, get in his head before finally we keep marching on Dan. But for now, that's for next episode. And now, I'm Skya, signing off.